USA, Crystal W Online, and of course Pro Beauty Wholesale. So I hope everybody's having a good morning. I haven't seen everybody in like weeks. No, I'm just okay. It's been like days. But I wanted to come live and see what everybody was doing, how everybody is doing. I am doing awesome. Thank you very much. I have some errands to run today, so I am out and about. And I said this is the perfect time to jump on the live and see how everybody's doing for themselves, because I haven't talked to you guys in like forever. Like, you know, like that family member that you don't see. So I said, you know what? Perfect time, because there's traffic and I'm just cruising at this point. Yeah, okay. Anyway, what is everybody up to? Jump on the live, jump on the live. I know it takes time, so I'm giving it a little bit of time. This bob is bobbing, but this collar is not allowing it to bob. Hey, Star. Hey, girl. Hey. Hey, everybody. Good morning. Good morning. Good morning. Good morning. All right. So, anyway, this weekend I took a very mini trip. I got to see my bestie, who I haven't seen in over a year, if not longer, actually. So I was like excited for that, and then I came back, and now I have to work. Adulting is ghetto. I just want everybody to know that adulting is definitely ghetto. Where am I located? Florida. I'm in Central Florida. I'm in Central Florida. Morning. So I've been trying to upload a video for Forever and a Day, which was supposed to upload yesterday. Bon dia. I feel refreshed. Thank you. I had to be around good vibes, good energy, and she always makes me feel good. So we went out, we hung out, in the midst of her not feeling well at that. So that was even the next piece of it. Yeah, but we still had a great time. I'm trying to post this video because I did a girl get ready with me yesterday, and I've been trying to post this video since yesterday because I also extended the sale yesterday, and of course it doesn't want to upload. I don't know. Yeah, I don't know. But anyhow, yesterday my hair was somewhat done. And I did a get ready with me in the morning, and I continued the flash sale yesterday, but the video didn't upload, so you guys don't even know that I continued the flash sale yesterday. So in light of that, I continued the flash sale through today, and today is officially the final day of the 40% off everything else. For those of you that don't know, the flash sale was $9 off all shampoos and serums. I'm sorry, $9 for all shampoos and serums, not off, for all shampoos and serums. And then as an added plus, Goldie, which is the unit that you guys see me wearing today because my hair is not like done. I decided to take a bath last night and soak. And I'm reading this book that I really like called Why Men Love Bees. If you know what the word is, then you know what I mean. And a portion of my hair got wet because my book decided to fall in the water while it was sitting on my little stand thingy. So I put my wig on this morning, and I'm wigging. And Goldie is giving good vibes. She's giving good vibes. Yes. So Goldie is actually on sale today as well. Goldie is $149.99 today only, by the way. Do I have a website? Yes, elitehaircareusa.com. Anyhow, I'm still on this very congested highway. I put a little too much apple cider vinegar in this morning. This one hit hard. I'm gonna drink it though. The book is called Why Men Love Itches, okay? That's what the book is called, but it is a very good book because it is more informational. Don't think about the title per se, but think about the title because the title tells you a lot. Konnichiwa. Thank you. You guys know I'm still intermittent fasting, right? So the time of the month that we all can't stand, that is around the way. It's here. But when I looked at my skin, I said, oh yeah, intermittent fasting is going very well. Very, very well. I have officially broken the barrier, which I put that in my video from yesterday as well, so you guys will see that. I have officially broken the barrier of the hundreds. So you guys know that after I had baby C, I was at my heaviest of any pregnancy that I've ever had. I had gotten to over 200 pounds and I was approaching 220 pounds. I'm insulin resistant. That's a big thing. My glucose was high. My insulin was high. My vitamin D was extremely low. My iron was low. My white blood cell count, that was high because I had some type of sinus infection, but neither here nor there. I was basically in what you would call the beginning stages of a thyroid storm. If you know what a thyroid storm is, you would understand. I ended up in the hospital because of that. I wasn't admitted. I was just in the ER. Thank God they didn't admit me because my body started doing a lot better, so they let me go home. But I was there for a very long time because my body just went from I could barely walk to a fever out of nowhere. So, you know, I'm going to back up because this kind of becomes a story time in a sense. Because I know some of y'all are like, wait, girl, you going too fast. Stop. Goldie doesn't come in gray. Goldie actually comes in a honey blonde and dark brown, which you guys will see that later today or tomorrow because I actually am going to be wearing her. So let me back up just a little bit. A couple weeks ago, to over a month ago now, actually a little over a month ago now, before I started the intermittent fasting, I had a doctor's appointment that morning. An orthopedic doctor's appointment, to be specific. Sorry, guys. I have lash extensions too, so I have to like keep the bangs I don't like them touching my lashes. Anyway, neither here nor there. Stay focused. So a little over a month ago, I went to an orthopedic appointment because my hand was giving me issues. Now, you guys know I'm a cosmetologist, and an occupational hazard of being a cosmetologist is carpal tunnel. So I've suffered with very mild carpal tunnel where during pregnancy it is more induced because I gain a lot of weight. I retain a lot of water. I don't watch what I eat. I eat what I want because I give baby C whatever he wants. I gave Christian whatever he wanted. I gave Adriana whatever she wanted. I gave Alex whatever she wanted. And that's just to say that I just did what I wanted to do. Okay. So I go to the orthopedic doctor. They're basically saying they don't know what's going on. So they're going to schedule me for some testing with my hand. He suspected that my carpal tunnel got a lot worse than it was. And if you guys don't know, carpal tunnel is something that can affect you no matter your size. So it's not if you are big or if you are little. It is the range of motion that you, or stress that you put your wrist, or I guess it's called your carpal, I don't know, your wrists or whatever part of your body through, right? Now, as an actual hairstylist, nothing that we do is ergonomically correct for our body. We bend more than anybody else. We don't lift with our knees, we lift with our back. We work with our back. We are maneuvering our hands in any way, shape, or form because you don't know how to keep your head still. So we have to try to figure out how to make that work. We also have to learn how to make that work because we are flicking our wrist all day long. So an occupational hazard as a hairstylist is traditionally arthritis, carpal tunnel, and a bad back. Okay. Any hairstylist will tell you this. Young, old, whatever. Probably the first telltale sign is your back is hurting and your wrist is always hurting. Okay? All right. Anyway, that day was my appointment with my orthopedic doctor. You guys know orthopedic doctors. They mess with anything that has to do with your range of motion, joints, that kind of thing. So as I was going back to the car, I noticed that my legs were feeling very funny. I just started feeling lethargic. I was just like not myself. But I thought that I was just exhausted because I've been going through a whole lot. So I thought it was just more stress. As I get to the car, at this point, my car is in the shop. So I'm driving a much smaller car. And that car is very low. I was driving a rental. I was driving a Tesla, actually. So as I'm getting in the car, if you guys know, the little Tesla is very low. My car sits up high because I drive a coupe. So it sits high. So as I'm getting in the car, I'm like, I dropped into the seat, but I'm like, well, geez, why is this car so low? And why do my legs feel like this? Not really paying attention to the fact that my legs literally felt like I had none. Like I felt like I was walking on water. Like that's how bad it was. So I went to Jeremiah's. I got me an icy because, I said I was dehydrated. So when you're dehydrated, you want to get a Jeremiah icy. You don't need water. Get you a Jeremiah icy. So I go to Jeremiah's, and this was the perfect reason for me to get this icy. So I got an Italian ice. I finished the Italian ice, and I'm like, okay, maybe, I'm a little dehydrated and I need to cool down, or maybe I'm just a little hot, right? Y'all, I gotta put jokes in it because God is good, right? Because I'm here to tell y'all this actual story. Anyway, as I'm driving, I'm just not feeling great, but I'm like, okay, Crystal, you're just stressed out, relax. I'm a very anxious person too. So, I'm a worry bug. And I just started thinking all kind of crazy things, but I was like, girl, you are fine. Like, stop doing this to yourself. Don't do that to yourself. We literally make our problems worse because we worry about things that we don't even know exist. But okay. That evening, I go to pick up Christian from school, and then I call my mom, and I'm like, Mommy, I do not feel good, Mommy. Because at this point now, my arms are weak. My legs are severely weak. I am sweating like a crackhead who's about to be charged for smoking on the side of the road in court right now. I am literally roasting, okay? Okay, I don't feel well. My mom is like, okay, Crystal, drop off baby C, and you probably need to go to the ER. It sounds like you might have the flu. So I'm like, okay. I take the baby, I drop off Christian, I drop off the baby. I drive straight to the ER. Between me leaving my mom's house and getting to the actual ER, I couldn't even get out of the car. My legs were literally weak. I could not stand on my legs. I thought that my legs had literally turned off. Like that's how they felt. They were tingling. I couldn't feel my toes. My elbows hurt, my shoulder, every joint in my body was hurting. That was in the space of about a 20-minute drive. Anyway, when I get to the ER, he's like, can you walk? I'm like, no. So they put me in a wheelchair and they wheeled me inside. At this point, we all thought that I was having an actual stroke because I couldn't think. I couldn't do much of anything at this point. The only thing I could do was speak. So at this point, I'm like, God, am I having, you start talking to yourself now. Like, Lord, am I having a stroke? Lord, like, please. You get what I'm saying? Like, please, please, please. So while I'm in there, they rush you in and they check you for symptoms or signs of stroke. They brought me straight in. I go into the back. There are no rooms. So I'm literally on a bed in the hallway. Did I care? No. didn't care, because I just didn't want to feel the way that I was feeling anymore. So they come, they do all this blood work, they do all these things, and as I'm laying there, I have the chills. I am literally cold to the touch. They wrapped me in like 5 warm blankets, and I was still cold. They're like, okay, Miss Williams, we're waiting on the test results to come back. We're just going to have you lay here for a little while. We're going to check your heart rate. They put me on all these monitors, all these different things they put me on. You know, at this point, I'm freaking out because I'm like, wait, what? Like, what is happening to me and why? So it was like a lot. It was like a lot. Hold on. James, be gone. Poof. Like, not today, baby. Okay? Today's not today. It's not as serious. Like, yeah. Anyway. Let me just do you a favor. We're just gonna move that person out the way. Star, hold on, because Star's on here most of the time, so I'm gonna add Star as a moderator real quick. Star, can you moderate for me? Because I think Pack and Grace are not on here today. So Star, you can moderate. All you gotta do is click their little name and hit hide from channel. Star has been upgraded. Star, you have now become a part of an elite employee team. You are now an elite employee. If y'all don't know that joke, catch on. Anyway, so as I'm laying there, between me having the chills, about 20 minutes later, literally 20 minutes later, I'm sitting there and I'm like, ma'am, I am on fire. I am burning up. I take off all the blankets. I take off the socks. I take off everything. Okay? I take everything off. Except for my clothes. She's like, you okay? She's like, your skin is looking clammy. My eyes are red. I am like, my mouth is moving. I can hear myself talking, but I can't feel anything. She's like, let me check you for a fever. Lo and behold, within a minute, I am at 103 degrees. From literally being cold and wrapping up to going to 103 degrees. I got a headache. My eyes are watering. I'm sweating. Literally sweating. She's like, hold on a second. So she goes, she calls the doctor comes. He's like, Miss Williams, how are you feeling? Like, tell me what you're feeling. And I'm telling him, I'm like, bro, I don't feel good. I feel worse than when I came in here. He's like, okay, so we're gonna rush your blood work. We need to see what's going on. So my blood work finally comes back. The doctor comes over. He's like, Miss Williams, I think you're in the beginning stages of a thyroid storm. I said, what is that? Like, what's a thyroid storm? I've heard the term, but I'm like, what exactly does it entail? He's like, your thyroid is extremely, extremely high, and your body's shutting down. So what we're going to do is we're going to pump you with some IV fluids. We're going to give you a steroid to reduce all of the inflammation, because at this point, a thyroid storm is really inflammation of the body. So they give me some type of steroid in my IV. When they give me the steroid in my IV, they also give me, I think they give me some type of naproxen or some high-end painkiller to reduce the fever. Then they're like, okay, we're gonna have to keep you. I'm like, keep who? We're here? He's like, we're gonna find a room for you. No. I don't want a room. I don't want a room. A room means that I gotta stay with y'all. A room means that I'll have to stay here? No. You have to send me home. I need to go home. My three compadres are getting in the car. Hold on, y'all. Y'all not gonna close the garage? It's gonna close itself?
It's like the ghost gonna close it.
I believe you. If your grandma's probably watching, she probably gonna close it. Get out my purse.
And I'm just looking at it.
It doesn't belong to you. Get inside the car. You guys say hi. I'm on YouTube. No, I didn't. I should throw that in the garbage. See, when
Hello, pigtails.
Mommy, it's a little cold in here.
Yes.
Alex, the thing is on. I'm not doing that. The children have gotten in the car. Say hi.
Hi.
Christian, close the door. Get in the, be quiet, boy. Anyway.
Can we get something to eat, guys?
Anyway, so hold on. Let me help you. I'm gonna help you go. There you go. You can go now. Anyway, Star said hi.
Hi. Hello.
After that, while we're in there, my insulin is extremely high because it's already been extremely high. My glucose is extremely high. My vitamin D was extremely low. This is when I got to see all of these different labs. Okay, all these different tests, because they ended up running a test on everything. Don't put that in there.
That's a phone case.
I don't want it in my purse.
So where do you want it?
Hold it. Christian, stop. My white blood cell counts are high. I apparently have some form of infection. They thought it was some type of sinus infection. Then they were like, we don't even know what kind of infection. So then they added antibiotics to that. So now I'm at this hospital for at least 6 hours at this point. When all the labs come back, they're like, Ms. Williams, okay, we're going to suggest, number one, that you go see your thyroid doctor. Mind you, I had an appointment the next day anyway. I already had an appointment the next day. So I was going to see him regardless of what. And they're like, well, with a thyroid storm, it basically starts to shut down all your organs and you can potentially pass. I'm like, wait, what? No, that's what we're not doing, okay? Anyway, after that, they finally say, okay, we're going to just check your blood pressure and then we'll send you home. So then they go and check my blood pressure. Well, my blood pressure is through the roof. It is sky high. I have never seen my blood pressure in these types of numbers. I was in the 100. Hold on. If you do it one more time, Christian, you're not going to like me. Do you understand? I've never seen my blood pressure this high. So my second number, forgot what it's called, was in the hundreds. And this was between me getting it checked while I was there and them checking it again. So now it turns into, well, we're not going to be able to send you home just yet. Then they give me some type of medication that's going to lower my blood pressure. At this point, they lower my blood pressure and I cannot keep my eyes open. I'm literally there. I felt like I was on drugs, no lie, and which I really was because that's what they gave me. But I couldn't keep my eyes open. I'm just laying there like there's nothing going on. They're like, oh my gosh, now your blood pressure is too low. So then they change the steroid, they add more steroids. So I'm there until the middle of the wee hours of the morning. And they finally say, okay, we're going to check you again. We're going to go ahead and send you home. We need you to go see a thyroid doctor tomorrow, whatever the case may be. I started feeling a lot better. I had more energy at this point. I'm like, great. But I'm scared because they're like, Ms. Williams, these numbers that you have on these labs are extremely not good. Really not good. Really, really not good. So at that point, yes, I did definitely contribute a lot of what was happening to stress. But at the same time, my thyroid controls, like if you don't know, your thyroid controls your entire body. If you don't have a clue, your thyroid, it controls everything. That little organ that sits right here. And as you guys know, I don't have a thyroid because my thyroid was removed over a decade ago, seeing that I had a tumor on my thyroid and it was wrapped around my thyroid. So I've been dealing with hypothyroidism forever. For most of my 20s and 30s, I've been dealing with thyroid issues. So anyway, when that was happening, I finally go to my thyroid doctor. He's like, okay, well, definitely your numbers are too high. He changed my numbers. He's like, it's going to take a couple days for you to start feeling a little bit more like yourself. I still had the tremors. I couldn't move. This was me at my thyroid appointment. Like, I was like, whoever gave me the strongest level of drugs they could give me, okay? Because that's how I was moving, straight crackhead mode. Anyway, that passed. So once I kind of saw that my levels were the way they were, I'm like, Crystal, you got to do something. You can't keep functioning in the way that you're functioning, where you're just eating what you want. You're not working out. You're not doing anything. You're just stressing out about your life that's going on at that very moment. Turn it down. You are just mean, miserable. You don't look like yourself. You don't feel like yourself. I just felt puffy. I felt big. I just felt like I was a walking blimp. That also contributed to the fact that I just was not happy at that point in time in my life. because I was definitely dealing with a lot. We'll talk about that later down the road. I'm not even ready to go there with that. But it was just everything under the sun that was hitting me. It was just everything under the sun that was hitting me. Didn't I just say turn it up? You too?
Oh.
These kids gonna go what volume do you have your thing at? You don't even know. High.
It wasn't even high the first time.
It was very high. It was very high. I can hear her. If I can hear her music through these ear things that's in her ear, that means it's high.
You're right next to me, Mom.
It was high.
Okay.
Children, anybody want one? I got 3 plus 1.
What does that mean? That's 4.
3 plus 1 means 4.
So why?
Right, but it's 3 of you with me. Plus 1 is at the babysitter. So they can have the pickings of one of you 3.
Mine not casino too.
Because he ain't going nowhere. One owner can go. One of the older 2 can go.
You're always trying to sell us.
You hear that? This is gonna be something that we talk about when she turned 25 and she's there for you. Telling me, Bob, you don't remember when you always just try to get rid of me and Alex? What you doing? I like your purse.
Thank you.
Where you get it?
Myself.
Anyway, you guys, yes, I feel so much better, but that led me into where I'm going now. Sir, what in the hell are you doing? So at that point, I had to make a decision of what I was gonna do with myself. So I was talking with my friend Angel, who I visited this weekend, on the phone, and she was like, Crystal, why don't you do intermittent fasting? Like, why don't you try intermittent fasting? And I had to tell her, I'm like, girl, I don't want to fast. I like to eat. And intermittent fasting is not going to do anything for me because I want to eat what I want to eat. She's like, well, you want to stay the way you look and feel then. You want to continue on this road. And I've never been 214 pounds. Never in my life have I been 214 pounds. But this time around, I was 214 and climbing. At some point I was at 216. At some point I was at 220. Went down to 214. Thought that I was really doing something, making, strides in life. And I stayed at 214. So when I thought about it the next day, because I'm an ignorant person, I can honestly, you got to be able to tell people about yourself. Ignorance is a big thing for me because I want to listen to what I want to listen to, and usually it's about from myself. I don't want to hear from nobody else. That's why when you hear me say I'm an ignorant person, not in that turn it down or I'm gonna take it. Christian gotta go too. Y'all can take him too. I used to see my kids like, bruh. Anyway, I thought about it overnight. I pondered on it. So I called her the next day and I'm like, you're right. You guys never want to hear that. When you don't want to hear that information coming from someone, if you know what I'm saying, put some ones in the chat. You know what you need to do, but you don't want to hear it from anybody. If I know I'm not the only person that's like that. You know what you need to do. You know that you are literally tearing yourself apart. You hear it from someone, but you don't want to hear it. So ignorance is bliss for you at that moment. So you just say, you don't know what you're talking about, and I don't want to hear it. And I know I'm not the only one. By the way, you guys, if you're sitting on this live and you're watching my story time and you're listening to my business, please put a thumbs up. Please, that's free. Thumbs up my story time. Like, what do you guys do? Come on. Roll in. Put some thumbs up. If you haven't already done so, it's over 300 of you on this live. Thumbs up are free. They don't spam you. They cost you nothing. All you have to do is close your chat and go click it. Click it or tick it. So go click it. Let's wait until we pass 100 thumbs up. I'm going to drink a little water in the meantime. Oh. Every time I drink it, I remind myself that I put way too much apple cider in this. This is good for you, or you need to drink some? By the way, you guys, thank you for the thumbs up. The flash sale still going on. Shampoos and serums are $9. This unit, which is the Goldie unit, she is 100% glueless, does not require any installation or any customization whatsoever. Okay? She's on sale for $149.99. Traditionally, she is $299. That ends today. And then all other products are 40% off, excluding flat irons. Okay? So you guys have until 11:59 tonight Eastern time to go shop. Tell them, say go shop.
Go shop.
Go shop. Because Adriana needs shoes.
I sure do.
Right. And Alex needs more headphones. Because if she didn't get those, she was going to have an entire conniption. Okay, so there we go. Shameless plugs have been dropped. We are ready to go. So I called my friend the next day, and she's like, you know, she's that friend that's going to just be like, I told you, but you don't want to listen. Thank you, Star. Star. Look at Star doing some Gray style stuff. Go ahead, Star. Smell what? That's the AC. It needs to clean. The flat irons are, I don't know. I think they're like $900. I'm just playing. I'm just playing. What? What?
These sell flat irons for $900?
Yes, they're gold. What are you saying? They're gold. They have gold. They have 10 karat gold on it. My child, you sell flat irons for $900? Like, what? Yeah. Anyway, Christian, you want me to chat again? All right. So after we've acknowledged that she was right, I said, okay, I'm going to start today. I understood nothing. About, hey, Janelle, intermittent fasting. I've tried it one time before, and I actually gained weight with it. So I was talking to her, and she was like, well, traditionally, you fast for 16 hours, and you eat for 8 hours. I'm like, okay, so do I pick a time? Because when I tried to do it the first time, I was going off of everybody else's details. So when I Googled, because I'm a Google fiend, I Googled and I asked Google, you know, how to intermittent fast. And then I started watching a couple of videos, and they were like, basically pick the time frame that you eat the most. So I decided I was going to do I did 2 to 10. So my eating hours were 2 p.m. to 10 p.m. And because I knew that I'm a nighttime snacker, and that is where my biggest problem came from, I did 2 to 10 p.m. And then after 10 p.m. I could eat nothing. Where do you go to get the flat irons? EliteHairCareUSA.com. Adriana, can you get go to my calendar? There's an address there's an address that I'm going to now for 10 o'clock. And you just click it for me, okay? In the calendar. You see it at 10? You don't have to say it. Yeah, you don't have to speak my business out loud.
Sorry.
Please, I'm peace, man. What if I was going to infectious disease or something? You just told the whole world. I'm just playing. Click the address that's on it.
The 8 minutes one? The tolls required one?
The lowest one? I don't know. Okay, what? Why would I go on that exit? Hold on. Sorry, y'all. Oh, okay. Okay, just tell me what it says for me to do. Anyway, so after Googling and all that stuff, thank you, Lola. I mean, there's nothing to lie about. You guys have seen me at my heaviest. Like, so, yeah. So, okay. Anyway, let me give you guys some numbers real quick before I go back into the fasting. Numbers wise, my insulin was over 100. Your insulin is actually supposed to be an 18 or lower. My A1C was at 6.7. A1C was a 6.7. It's supposed to be, I think, under like a 5.7 or something like that. At 6.8, you're considered diabetic. Okay. Insulin, diabetic, go together. My glucose, high. We don't even remember that number, but I know it was high. My vitamin D was very low. As African Americans, we struggle. Just speak it out loud. Exit what?
10A.
Okay. As African Americans, vitamin D is probably one of our biggest problems. Why? Because God blessed us with something that blocks UV rays, which also gives us vitamin D, which is melanin, right? So God blessed us with melanin, and melanin filters out the sun, but at the same time, it also blocks our vitamin D. So we don't absorb as much vitamin D as we should, which is directly through the sun itself. So that's why a lot of times, we have to take vitamin D. Well, at this point, my fingers were tingling. Every single day, I had some other side effect of just having issues of some sort. My knees hurt. My back hurt. I associated that with me working, but I knew I was lying to myself. It's okay. We all got to lie to ourselves about things because we just want to be where we want to be, how we want to be. So that tells you that part. Anyhow, when I started the intermittent fasting, which was literally the next day after I talked to Angel, I committed myself to it and I said, I'm going to do it. I'm going to do it and I'm going to be successful at this. Okay. I'm going to be successful at this and I'm not going to talk myself out of it. I'm not going to make excuses for it because I want to not be 214 pounds and I actually want to be Crystal again. A lot of you don't know that after having baby C, I was in a complete struggle of just life, period. Like, I never felt like myself. I wasn't happy with myself. I wasn't happy with watching myself on the camera. The camera adds weight to you as well, regardless of on an actual camera, it adds weight. I was not happy about anything that I looked like. I was not confident. I barely wanted to get up sometimes in the morning. Nobody knew that. Nobody knew that I was struggling with that. In the midst of that, my life has been and still is somewhat lifing at this point. But at that point, I was definitely in the midst of a very large storm. Go left. Okay. Of an extremely large storm that just seemed to have not been going anywhere. It was just hovering over my head. So with all of that going on, I was like, okay, I have to do something. I have to do something that is going to be beneficial to me. And I got to make some form of change that's going to make my life better. And while I know that I had to stop stressing, that is the easiest thing for somebody to tell you. But baby, that is not simple. That's not a simple task. So the worst thing you can tell someone is to stop stressing. Thank you, Star. The worst thing you can tell someone is, girl, you got to stop stressing. Well, baby, how about you come and get in my brain and take the stress away? Because that is not simple. Stress is a silent killer too. So if you don't know that stress is a silent killer, then you are on the wrong planet. Okay? I just don't like to touch my lashes. Anyway, when I said, okay, I'm going to start intermittent fasting, the first week was very complicated. I'm just going to tell y'all the honest to God truth. The first week was extremely complicated. Don't let anyone tell you lies. Girl, it's easy. No, it's not. If you are used to waking up at 3 a.m. and eating popsicles with baby C, then guess what? It is not. We asked my kids at around 11, 12 o'clock at night, what did me and baby C do on the couch?
Eat popsicles and ice cream.
Popsicles and ice cream. At one point, how often was I going to Jeremiah's?
Every day.
Every day.
And I liked it.
They loved it. Because Adriana worked across the street, so if she worked that night, then I could pick her up. Sometimes I go get I started going to Jeremiah's and getting quarts of Italian ice. I no longer was getting the large. I was getting the quart.
I'm going to turn left. Turn left.
Right now?
Yes. Yes, I'm heard.
Right here?
Yeah.
Okay. Let me see that. Oh, I can't turn left here. Duh. It's the street right there. Thank you.
Okay.
I was eating quarts of Jeremiah's. Okay? And this is at night. I would wake up in the middle of the night, and when I wake up, I'm going to the freezer and I'm getting the icy. Right? I'm eating whatever I cooked for dinner, but I'm eating my dinner around 1 a.m. Mind you, my life is lifing at this point, and I'm dealing with something so stressful. I'm trying to cope with it at the same time, but I couldn't. So my level of coping was eating what I wanted, how I wanted, and just enjoying the food, and it made me feel good. Food is my happy place. Y'all know that. Because even now, when Kasim sometimes eats, guess what he does? Who used to do that when they were eating food? Me. Who says that you don't do things to your baby? Now, does he still do that? He wobbles his head. I'm laughing because I did that my whole pregnancy. Y'all used to watch me on live, so y'all know I did this with my entire pregnancy.
At the second stop sign, gonna turn right.
Okay. Hold on. I gotta figure this out. Hold on, you guys. I gotta figure this out. It's touching my lashes, and I can't stand it. See, that's the good thing about Goldie. Goldie can be adjusted quickly and still look like something. Look at that. Yes. All right. Good. We're back. So imagine going from eating sugar 24 hours a day to now going cold turkey. 8 hours a day, you go cold turkey, so you don't eat any of that. And then at the times that you do eat, guess what? You can't eat any of that. Left?
Right, Mama.
You're a horrible direction.
I said turn right.
I need to talk to Siri myself.
I said turn right, then now you turn left.
And now what?
Turn left.
Again?
This one?
In here?
This one?
Oh, this is where grandma goes. Okay, I got it. I know where I'm at. You can turn it off. This is where grandma goes. That's great for her orthopedic stuff. Anyway, so my first day, my second day, by day 3, I was gonna quit. I'm just telling y'all the truth. By day 3, I was going to quit. Hold on. I need to ask him a question anyway. Can you take a picture of his truck?
Okay.
I think day 3 was probably the hardest day. Because at this point, I am not happy. By this point, I'm not happy. By this point, I'm mean because I need this sugar that I've deprived myself of. I know that I need to do this. I know that this is going to save my life. I know that I am not happy right now. But it was extremely complicated for me. Because I looked at it like I'm not giving myself what I want. And when you're going into a crisis, and that's what I'm going to call the level of stress that I had, a crisis.
Oh, this is where we got the shirts.
Oh, I need to go there too. So show me where when we're done. Where am I going now?
I don't know, I ended it.
I didn't tell you to end it.
You did.
No, I didn't. I'm going to let you out.
Can we go to Jason's Deli when we're done?
Girl, can you pick it back up for me?
I don't know.
Yeah, I'll take you out to Jason's Deli. It's fine.
I don't know.
76932. Day 4 wasn't so bad. I'm going to tell you guys when I officially got motivated. When I was officially 100% motivated. Day 5, I stood on the scale.
It says turn right.
Okay, baby. Day 5, I stood on the scale. I knew that I was 214 pounds when I started. On day 5, I stood on that scale and I was 211 pounds. In 3 days. Well, 5 days. I said 3 days. In 5 days. Sorry, can't count. In 5 days, I was 211 pounds. And I said, okay, I can do this. And I smiled looking at the scale. I stepped on the scale a couple times though. Let me borrow this. Hold on. I stepped on the scale a couple times. You're telling yourself like, this ain't real.
I know.
So I did it again. I stepped on the scale again that night. And it was correct. I had lost. Well, losing 3 pounds when you have been gaining weight all this time is definitely a win at any sense. It is 100% a win. Because when I saw that I actually was I actually had the ability to lose weight, I was excited. I was really excited. And I said, okay, I can do this. I can commit to this. I can do this. And sometimes it takes you to see, you know, some type of results, some type of, you know, action for you to be motivated, because I had no motivation. I just knew that I looked my worst. I felt my worst. I could have died days, weeks before, not knowing that I was really the culprit. I was the cause to most of it, because had I been taking better care of myself, a lot of this stuff wouldn't have happened to me. So, you know, in the midst of that, my doctor finally put me on, he put me on Trulicity first. My insurance wouldn't cover it. He put me on Mounjaro. My insurance wouldn't cover it, because they want me to be type 2 diabetic 100%. Not borderline. I am right at the number at between pre-diabetic, diabetic. I'm on the line. You still won't give it to me to save my life for anything. He tried to put me on every injectable you could think of. He tried to get them to give me the capsules. They wouldn't give me any of this stuff. The only thing that they wanted to give me was metformin. Metformin does nothing for me. It never changed my levels. It never changed it. It never changed my levels. It never did anything for me. It never worked. So, you know, at a point, I was willing to go to a pharmacy and pay $1,100. No. I was willing to pay $1,100 to get my injectables, which, I'm gonna be honest, you guys, coming out of my pocket, $1,100 was not a simple thing. So I couldn't even do that, because like I said, life was definitely lifing at that moment. Like, I was in a serious crisis. A lot of people don't know that when I'm in crisis, I still smile. Oh, I smile too. Like, I learned how to disguise my problems so well. Hi, Johnny, welcome to the team. I learned how to disguise my problems so well that most of the time people didn't even know that something was wrong. And they say you got to check on your strong friends. Well, no one knew to check on me. People just thought that I was just good, not knowing that I was nothing near good. I was struggling. And I'm going to say was, because even in the midst of whatever storm I'm still traveling through right now, I am not going to claim that. I am not. So, you know, me taking the injectable, I finally got it. Thank God I was able to get an injectable that was a little more cost effective. So I did get it, but it's not a magic fix. It doesn't fix the problem right away. So with me fasting, and then I had just started the injectable, I'm like, okay, you know, this is going to fix my problem. I don't have fast anymore. And I strayed off for a week while doing the fasting. And I don't know if you guys noticed, I was giving you guys updates, and then all of a sudden the updates had stopped because I had stopped. They don't want to tell you that part. I stopped giving you updates because I stopped. But then people like to contribute things. Y'all want to stay in the car? Okay. People like to contribute things to, look inside my purse and take the key out, and don't drive my car nowhere. I gotta tell her that. Don't drive my car nowhere. And Alex, don't sit up here. Nothing. What way? Jason's Deli? When we're done, I will come in and take you out. Because it's not up here, it's over there.
I can't find it.
It's in a zipper.
All right. I got it.
Oh, all right. So I ended up going back to the fasting because, you know, I already knew that was what was really doing it for me. I thought the injectable was going to be the magic pill. I thought it was going to fix everything. That's not how it worked. It didn't fix everything. The pill works when you do what you need to do. Not the pill. The shot works when you do what you need to do with it. So, you know, once I finally saw that the shot was not the magic fix, once I finally saw that I still had to do the work. I'll be back, guys. Don't move my partner. Marijuana. Hey, lizard. Hold on, you guys. Let me fix my clothes. Let me fix my clothes. Let me tell y'all how I know I'm losing. Look at my belt. Look at my belt. Watch me. Watch me. Watch my belly. It's not there. My kids are sitting here like, can you go, please? I'm showing the people. Y'all want to, let me show y'all. Because I have a couple minutes. It's no hurry. Christian already told you to stop. Okay, so normally if I stand, my belly is like out here, right? Watch me, okay? And my friend is here, okay? My friend is here, the woman friend. That makes your belly big. It bloats you. Your monthly friend.
Oh.
She's here. I just tightened my belt. I just tightened my belt. I just tightened my belt. Hi, Alex. Are you embarrassed? She looked at me and rubbed her face. Anyway, you guys. So, as you guys can clearly tell, once I started following through on my fasting, come on, y'all. Come on now. There we go. But once I really got back into the intermittent fasting, I can definitely tell you guys my whole mind changed. I am more focused-ish. I still got ADHD. That ain't changing. I feel better. I look better. I bought myself dresses because I'm like, look at me. Come on now. Like, y'all don't remember my stomach has been, people been asking me, am I pregnant on the lives for forever? And I'm looking like, don't be disrespectful. Don't make me cuss you out. But, like, I feel great. Come on now. Like, I feel great. I feel great. My body feels great. I got my labs checked a week ago. My glucose is back to normal. My vitamin D is back to normal. Okay, I'm no longer low. I'm actually in range. My iron has gone up. My A1C is literally at the line of normal. I am 1.1% from it being normal. Normal, okay? My insulin is within normal range. My insulin has not been in normal range for about 3 years. I was on Trulicity for 2 years before I got pregnant with baby C. Am I pregnant? Do I look pregnant? If I'm pregnant for you. Clearly. Janelle, there is a spiritual side to fasting because you're giving up something that you love oh so much, and you are leaning and depending on God to really just carry you through it. And I'm going to tell y'all straight up, it was by the grace of God that I made it through all of this. And I'm still making it through. So there's a part of this that I'm not telling you guys because it's not time yet. It's not time yet. But when the time is right, I will tell you guys. Like, a lot of different things have come into the midst. Like, I feel different. My mind is different. Everything is different. Everything is different. I'm happier. I don't wake up tired and exhausted some days. Some days. Some days. But I can definitely say fasting changed my entire life. And I'm still doing it to this day. So I've kind of figured out the fasting thing. I've kind of mastered it to an extent. So I know, yes, you're supposed to do a 16-8, or you can do 17-7. You can do 18-6. You can do 20-4, where you eat 4 hours and you fast for 20 hours. Some days I might fast 18 hours because I didn't get a chance to eat anything. So if I fast for 18 hours, then I'm going to eat for 6 hours. But here's the catch to it. In the hours that you're eating, you have to eat right. So in the hours that I'm eating, I'm still not ingesting a ton of sugar. If I do take in something with sugar, you know what I would do? The next day, I fast 2 hours longer because now I got to burn off all of that that's been sitting there that I decided to go and punish myself and eat. So for me, I've learned or mastered my fasting schedule. And then at one point, I plateaued in the fasting. So when I plateaued in my fasting, that next day, I ate one high carb meal. One. I indulged on that one meal because I knew at that point that my body had nothing to burn because I had stopped eating unhealthy and stopped giving myself all the bad fat and bad carbs. So now my body's like, okay, well, what do you want me to do? So I said, okay, let me figure this out. So that day I Googled and they said, well, you go and you eat a high carb meal. You probably have a high carb day. And then you go back to fasting so that your body now has something to literally burn. And I said, okay, that's great. So when I did that, between that day and running back into fasting, I lost another 3 pounds. So over the time frame, over the last 30 days of me fasting, my blood levels have changed completely. My skin is getting a lot better, except for the fact that I got some type of rash, which I'm going to go to the dermatologist for, because I put some hydrocortisone on it. And I think it's something that I touched. My clothes fit different. I was 214 pounds 30 days ago. Literally, 30 days ago, I was 214 pounds. Okay? Y'all want to know what I am today? If you want to know what I am today, put a 1 in the chat. Put some fire emojis or a 1 in the chat. Come on. Let's get it. Let's get it. The trolls are trolling today, boy. So, you know when your monthly comes on, you gain weight, right? Because you're retaining water. And usually about a day or two before mine comes on, I'm retaining a ton of water. My legs start feeling funny, everything. Well, I decided to weigh myself the 2 days before my friend came, before my monthly came. And on that day, I was 194.7. So let's do the math. I need somebody to calculate this for me. I was 214 pounds 30 days ago when I started. I am now, as of 2 days ago, 194.7 pounds. So how much have I lost in 30 days? How much have I officially lost in 30 days? I was 214 pounds 30 days ago. Susie B. I've broken the threshold of the hundreds. I am back to close to my pre-pregnancy weight. Pre-pregnancy, I was at 185, so I'm close to it. 19.3 pounds. So let's just call it 20 pounds, okay? We're going to take off the 0.3. It's 20 pounds. I've lost 20 pounds in 30 days without the help of any magic pill of some sort. The only thing that I can say I did was I cleansed my colon with my detox capsules. If you guys have ever used my detox capsules, if you guys know on my Elite Total Body Care, I used to have detox capsules where I only had like 3 bottles left and I stopped selling it. So I said, you know what, let me go cleanse too. So I used my detox capsules for 7 days at the beginning to get all the foolishness out of my body because I was still like the sugar cravings were there. I had to get them out. I did that for the first 7 days religiously. I stopped drinking soda. If I want a soda right now, I will go and drink like a Coke Zero. I'll take a couple sips and then I'll throw it away because I know I don't want to get back into that. If I want a Jeremiah Icy, I'll go and I'll get the sugar-free. I hate the sugar-free, so I'll take a couple spoons and then I'll throw it away. So I get the kid size. Anything that I actually want, I will go and get it. I will taste it. I will get the feeling that I need from it and then I throw it away. We need those capsules. Eventually I'm gonna bring them back because I know that they did a lot for me because I had to get everything out. I had to get a lot of that stuff out first. I was full of nothing but junk. I can tell y'all 100%, wholeheartedly, I was full of junk. I had to get all that sugar out, and I knew that I was not gonna make it if I didn't. And I still, even if I had done that or not, I still thought that I wasn't going to make it because I wasn't indulging the way that I want to. I like to eat cake and candy and cookies. Like, I like food. I like these things. Carolyn, am I going to put it back on my site? It's a thought. It's a thought. Like, I want to get to the point where I can put an entire weight loss plan on my site with the fasting, with everything that I've done that I know worked for a person who doesn't have a thyroid like me, for a person who just gave birth to a child like me, for a person whose life is lifing like mine's is and has been and was. Yes. So I don't drink coffee because I take ADHD medication, and you can't put caffeine with that. Can't put caffeine with that. So I'm here at my appointment, you guys. I got to go inside. I hope you guys enjoyed this very detailed / long / sometimes all over the place story time. But please don't forget to go and check out the website and shop the flash sale where the shampoos and serums are all $9. All of the other products are on sale for 40% off. And then, of course, my Goldie unit, which is what you guys see me wearing right now. She is on sale for $149.99. All of this ends tonight at 11:59 p.m. Thank you, Star, for moderating for me. I truly appreciate it, because the other part of the tribe was not here, so you stepped in. Thank you so much. And you are still a part of the elite team. You are still an elite employee. Anyway, you guys, I got to go. I hope everybody has a good rest of your day. Like I said, go check out the website. You said it's caffeine free. It's made with mushrooms. I'll check it out, but I don't know. That sounds odd. All right, I love you guys.